Hey guys, welcome into another overclocking video. So we've got three 6700 XTs on the bench and we're mining Flux. The average power draw is about 311. It spikes up to about 315 or so, then drops back down to around 309. So yeah, just going to use 311 as the average power draw, which minus the 17 watts of idle and then divided by 3 is 98 watts per GPU. And now I'll jump into the software and show you the overclock settings and how much mega hash we're getting on Flux with that power draw. Alright, so I'm in the software side of things now, and I've got some numbers here. So that 311 that we had at the wall equates to, after system idle is subtracted, which is 17 watts, equates to 98 watts per GPU. And we're getting an average of 33 sols, so that leaves us with an efficiency of 0.3367. So this average of 33 sols is quite variable. As you can see, those numbers just change like drastically, and they're jumping all over the place at the moment. So yeah, I mean, as I keep updating this, it'll just keep changing. It varies all the way up to like 37 sols and all the way down to about 30. Doesn't quite go up to 37 as often as it goes down to 30, so yeah, I've gone for 33 as the average. Yeah, sometimes drops all the way down to 29, but more often than not it's closer to 33. If we look at other 6000 series GPUs on Flux, we've got the Rx6600 here, and the efficiency number is 0.3893, and on this GPU, the 6700 XT, we're 0.3367, so it's less efficient than the 6600, significantly less efficient. And then if we look at the 6600 XT, it's getting 0.3648 efficiency, or mega hash per, or sol per watt is the metric. Yeah, so also quite less efficient than the 6600 XT on Flux. So yeah, for the most part, all the algorithms that I've been testing, this 6700 XT has been less efficient than the 6600 XT and the 6600. The 6600 for the most part has been the most efficient out of everything, so on pretty much every algorithm so far. So yeah, that's the one that I would recommend going for. As you can see, the average sol, or getting 100 and almost 102 at the moment, so yeah, for the most part it's around 100, and now we're at 102.5, but for the most part it's at 100. So yeah, which averages to about 33.3. Looking at the stats here, it doesn't really help that much because the software power draw is just ridiculous. It jumps up and down like every second. Same with the sols here, they're pretty variable. It's pretty all over the place. See the power draw for each GPU, it's like just jumping all over the place. It doesn't look very good, as opposed to like here, this is Ravencoin mining, and all the way back here is all Ethereum mining, so this is a lot less consistent. And then this is the pull side, so yeah, we've got the hash rate coming through to here. The hash rate now, it jumps all over the place. If I left this running for 2 hours, then we would get average hash rate. It should be close to 100. You can see the 5-minute average is supposedly 120. 24-hour average, obviously I've been not really mining this for any time at all. 19 minutes I've had this up, 20 minutes on these settings, and then before that it was obviously up and down because I was tuning the settings. And yeah, speaking of the settings, here they are. So core clock, I could not get above 1875 without cards starting to crash. and in order to maintain that core clock, I had to increase the core voltage to 800. Memory controller voltage is fine at 610. Memory clocks, so on the last algorithm I tested, which was Raven, I didn't have to have this quite as low. My one GPU that doesn't like 1075 memory, for some reason on Ravencoin, it didn't mind having 1065, but now I had to move that down to 1055, presumably because we're using another memory-based algorithm. So yeah, had to put it back down to 1055, but it hasn't actually affected the hash rate on this algorithm. Next up, memory voltage 1270. If I go down to 1260, it crashes. Fans are at 40%. 700 for the SoC frequency. It's not too important, to be honest. SoC VDD max, this is an important one. Unfortunately, this one GPU could not get below 1000, but the other two could get a little bit below. If I put them all down to 995, it crashed the rig, so that's why that one is slightly higher. Yeah, that's pretty much everything for this algorithm on the 6700 XTs. It's fairly stable in terms of like the rig staying alive, but in terms of these numbers, they just jump all over the place. And because in the miner, if we have a look in the miner here, it shows the hash rate like fairly often, whereas when you're mining other coins, I've found like you have to wait about 30 seconds or so for an update on the how many mega hash it's doing or how many souls, whatever. But for Flux, like I just had one update there, got another update on the souls there, and it's different. And then probably in like 2 seconds we'll have another update on the, yep, there we go, on the souls. So it's updating constantly, so then we get a variable number in here where we can just sit here and keep refreshing it, and it'll update again and again. And the power usage obviously varies a crazy amount in the software, but it doesn't vary anywhere near as much at the wall, so there's that, which is kind of weird as well. But yeah, this isn't the most efficient GPU for this algorithm, so if you have 6700 XTs, I probably wouldn't recommend you use them on this specific algorithm. If you're planning to mine Flux after ETH 2.0 and you have a lot of 6700 XTs, probably worth starting to switch them out for something that mines Flux a bit better, especially because some of the older GPUs that mine Flux really well are a lot cheaper. Like the 2080 Ti's, I think they get around 100 or just under 100 sols, and at around a 0.4 efficiency or 0.41 or something, so more efficient, so it uses less wattage, and it also gets the same hash rate as 3 of these GPUs, and it would be cheaper. You could probably buy a 2080 Ti for like 1.5 times the price of one of these 6700 XTs, so, or maybe even less, I don't know, it depends on the resale value in your area. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video, so leave a like, comment and subscribe to support the channel, and have a great day. See ya.